top, I'm behind the wheel. No, for real, count $100 bill. No, for real, on my ops, they just wanna chill. No, for real, if we get caught, we don't squeal. No, for real, every time I drop a tape, it come with a golden seal. Other acting fake, no, I'm so for real. Other fake, but I'ma let it go for real. For real. Super slave, quality moccasins, we rock. Day I went shopping, stacks and when the tape dropping, it ain't hard to tell you.
Now, let's make the starting five for your Chicago Bulls. Man in the middle, standing 6'11", number 52.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us. So Clark, we know the league's top players, a lot of them are international players. But who would you say is the best U.S. player right now?
Kevin, I'm a little biased. LeBron has been a favorite player of mine for a long time. He's Northeastern Ohio, born and bred, as am I. But you've got a number of other guys in that conversation. Steph and Kevin Durant still up there. Anthony Edwards certainly looks like he's got stardom all over him. Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown. But for me, I'm hanging my hat with LeBron right now.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Desmond Bane out there with Cunningham. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Messi in at the 5 spot. Free throw line jump shot. Cunningham's shot is off. Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Ball. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, Ball plays with so much confidence. You know this guy believes in what he can do, including finding ways to score it inside.
Clark, the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, and the only thing holding him back now is his health.
It certainly is, and it's unfortunate because he's a talented, fun-to-watch player. He's already missed a bunch of games early in his career, but he is the total package as a point guard now. Great length at 6'7", and I still think he has MVP potential. It's a matter of can he stay on the floor.
Ball against Cunningham. Ball, the pass to Drummond. George with the ball. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another whistle, and he's got to be careful with his foul situation.
The Pacers making a switch here. McDaniels checked in.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And that one, good.
This is where McDaniels has put in a lot of work, catching and shooting with confidence.
Here's Fox. Outside, Ball. Sinks the three-pointer. Ball's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Cunningham for 3. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Ball kicks to George. Drummond sets the screen for George. Back to Ball. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside, Fox. Drummond with a screen on Bane. Chalk up 2 there. Fox has got his second basket of the night.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for the Bulls. George is checked in for the Pacers.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Ball with the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here. Putting up a goose egg, bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Lets a floater go. Great D that time from Bain. Pacers trail by 9. Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Cunningham kicks to McDaniels. Back to Cunningham. To the paint. Wants to get it to Bain, and does.
And don't sleep on Baines' ability to go right to the rack. That'll happen more often than not.
Ball, the pass to Drummond. George against Porter. Here's Drummond, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Nisi. And George kicks to Cunningham. That ball's nice feed that time from George.
He was certainly cold, but perhaps that basket might get him going a little bit. 1 for 6 now.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Indiana. It's a 10-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Just showing some grown man strength there. Cunningham gifted at working through the contact.
Here's Ball. The shot that time, not on target. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
Oh, man, their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
And so in the game for the Pacers, Jackson is out there with George. Then there's Desmond Bain. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. Bain. And yes, it's good. Bain's got his second basket of the game.
And the strength of Bain helps him on the bounce.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And, you know, guys, we've talked about Dinwiddie's height before. Well, he does a good job using that height with these strong finishes.
Ball, no good. Pacers trail by 6. Now, Dinwiddie, looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Payne for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. This time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Payne passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. One hand, pull punch.
George is checked in for the Bulls. All comes in for Ball. Julius Randle's checked in for Indiana. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for George. The shot by George, wide open. It's good from long range. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Smooth and consistent. That's how I describe George's three-point shooting.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Bane. And a miss there on the triple.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. And we'll see if that's the answer.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Indiana making some changes. George is checked in for Desmond Bane. And it's Cunningham in for Dinwiddie. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Chicago leading by 11.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Man with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Finney-Smith passes to Randle. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
Hey, I know he makes a lot of threes, but he is not just a shooter. Finney-Smith will throw it down on you if you're not careful.
Ball kicks the quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Bulls. Fox comes in for Trey Mann. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Adams. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Ball. Pass to Adams. The kick out to Ball. From deep, George. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. George has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Finney-Smith. Down low. And it's George finishing it off.
Good read that time from Finney-Smith. So reliable at getting it to his teammates.
And it's Ball penetrating. And Ball slams it in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Cunningham for 3. Connects from three-point range. Cunningham's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
And Ball slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
There's Porter with the three, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so that's the end of the first half. Bulls lead by 14. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With Rick Carlisle. Coach, what needs to happen on the defensive end to get back on track?
Well, a lot of things need to get better. Our level of force defensively is not there. We got to pick it up. We got to play with a lot more collective force.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
These first-year guys, very impressive so far. Now it is, who can sustain this level of play?
And the key is to follow your routine. Strength, conditioning, I'm not going to say diet because I'm not on a diet, but all the things you weren't thinking about when you were in school.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Chicago Bulls.
Their offense may get the credit for the lead, but they've set the tone with their rebounding.
I give it the Shaq stamp of approval. They've been the schoolyard bullies today.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Paul George all out there with Fox. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Porter at the three slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And he had all of us at the table quivering. What a move by Cade. And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Hands it from downtown.
George is really one of the most amazing players in the league, an all-NBA caliber player, and he's worked tirelessly on his shooting form, and now it's close to perfect.
Finney Smith passes to Randall. And he makes good on the layup. Randall's got his first basket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Let's see some of the numbers here for De'Aaron Fox.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now, that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
George laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 11 points.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Kept alive. Pass to Finney-Smith. Nailed from three-point land.
Really good work by Finney-Smith there to get himself in position, doing the work before the shot. And once he gets the ball, he's good to go.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the Pacers, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Bulls tied in first place with them.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Chicago. In Indiana with a change here, too. McDaniels, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Randle.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle. And I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Huerter against McDaniel. 4 on the clock. He's off on that one. Good D by Drummond. Here's Porter. And rebounded by McDaniels.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Randle no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Indiana. They trail by 14. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at Footprint Center in Phoenix. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Pacers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Sweet move. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Cunningham's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, nice to see Cunningham strike from mid-range. He obviously isn't afraid of mixing up his offense.
And that one drops. And the Bulls lead by 14.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
McDaniels gets a wide-open look. Off target from three-point range. Here's Huerter. Outside, Fox. Spins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
Chicago making some changes. Jones checked in for Drummond. And it's Trey Mann in for Ball. Pacers trail by 15. Outside Jackson. Back to Dinwiddie. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Jackson finds Bain. They set the pick. Beyond the arc. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Mann. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Mann's got 7 points in the game.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court right now for the Pacers, Spencer Dinwiddie out there with George. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. Excellent D there from George.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Pacers trail by 17. Dinwiddie outside. Lets it go with the three. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Right there, Daniels is saying, you got to come get me if you want to stop me.
Here's Mann. And here's George for three. Dinwiddie with the rebound. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago making some changes. Steven Adams comes in for Derek Jones. And Bull Bulls come in for Kevin Huerter. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He was not pleased. He said, you guys look dead out there. Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he said, this is not going to cut it. I have to see who's going to step it up. Guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pacers trail by 16. Dinwiddie outside. Adams, some nice D.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Finney-Smith can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 18 from the baseline. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Adams.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. So for the Bulls, Andre Drummond's checked in for Steven Adams. Michael Porter comes in for Bull. And it's Fox in for Trey Mann. And it's Porter with the ball for the Bulls. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
Well, you know, in some circles, this is an unpopular point, but there can be value in taking the mid-range shot. This team is certainly proving that tonight.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that three ball for these guys.
Randle down low, defended by George. Randle no good. The Bulls leading by 19. Here's Fox. Sinks that one from the post.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
To the middle. Here's Messi. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Messi's got his first 2 points. Cunningham against Ball. Julius Randle with the rebound. Pacers trail by 19. Here's Finney-Smith. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And Fox gets it to go.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LaMelo Ball.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
No good on that one.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Adams, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Bol comes in for Michael Porter. Trey Mann, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Ball. Ball kicks to George. Here's Ball. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
No good. Adams, some nice D. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-3 run. Mann passes the ball. Knocks down the 3 ball.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution for the Bulls. Christian Wood. Kevin.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bain finds Cunningham. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.
Cousin named me, plus I'm cool. For the blessing, she got eye chew on salute. Halloween's I only rock the mask, skip the costume. All these questions will be acting like do. Cut the eye for that clock, that's why his watch loose. Eyes all around my head, I gotta watch you. Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big underground methods. Top notch, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get a swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Loyal with me, we ain't got a call. Zelly on silent, put the product in the loud. That's how you make the money pop for everyone involved. And if you don't deserve a cut, then we gon' Baba got me looking proper every single time. Fresh big, getting no, you ain't walking out what we on. And you know I got it poured for the ones who gone. R.I.P.'s in your memory. to the money like it's urgent. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. The skin color like worldwide sign, and we face closed curtains. I hear you, nothing ever certain. Only thing that's promises that promises are broken. Yeah, so we finding ways to cope that. Only thing I'm breaking is yeah, baby girl. Stuck it inside the hoodie, now we turning out your buggy. Yeah, it's cool, I used to fight the bullies, now I guess some things don't leave you fully. They try and push me, then they try and pull me better when I budge. If you doubt it, then the profits as a profit when you know what's coming next. Like, ooh.
Yeah, baby girl. Stuck it inside the hoodie, now we turning out your buggy. Yeah, it's cool, I used to fight the bullies, now I guess some things don't leave you fully. They try and push me, then they try and pull me better when I budge. If you doubt it, then just come. Profits as a profit when you know what's coming next. Like, money on my mind, we gon' run it up. See what you gon' find, baby, push your luck. We been on the grind, we been getting up. And we ain't got that time for you bums. Money on my mind, we gon' run it up.
Hey, yo, KJ, man. I don't blame cars around me. Put behind this, I dog me. Hey, I wasn't too good at math. On God, I run with problem solvers. Hey, I'm a money harlot. I need all of it. People falling. Gotta go, money calling. 34, feel like Giannis. Niggas Giannis. Bro, that's behind me. Get on side me. I don't party. And the mic money Scotty. Try